So the three types of people generally, now that I get back onto my Hachi spiel, I want to say it different so we don't get, probably beep that word too. My Hachi spiel. The three groups, the Hachi spiel. I'm just saying the word wrong. Instead of Nazi, bleep it. You got three general groups of people that I've encountered.
I didn't know what Hachi spiel was, dog. I thought that was a deli in Brooklyn.
I know. Hachi spiel sounds like a pretty decent German restaurant.
Yeah.
You want to go to Hachi spiel and get some ballpark franks because that's what it is, Germans. It's ballpark franks.
A fresh jar of pickles too?
Yeah, it's not. That's not a cuisine, dog. It's garnishes and ballpark franks. That's what you're giving me. Okay? It's garnishes, ballpark franks, and what elderly people can eat because they've lost their teeth. Applesauce. That's it.
Can't just coast on beer.
No, you can't coast on beer. They do make good beer. So I guess they have that. They like to get drunk and try to exterminate people. That's their culture. That's it's in there, dog. Yeah. It's in all WASPs. Don't trust those fuckers. They're I'm telling you, they're aliens. Those people are soulless. They reluctantly laugh. I'm talking to all of them, all right? And I'm talking as a Greek, from a culture where we talk a lot, we give off our emotions, we say what we think, we're philosophical people. Yeah, we've been lacking behind a little bit, but that's because we're enjoying life, which you should do. Have a coffee, sit in a cafeteria for 13 hours, and play with worry beads. What are you rushing for? Why are you Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill only to have it fall on you? But that's what these Germanic tribes people, we used to call them barbarians, and that's what I still call them. And I'm talking about all the Anglo-Saxons, all the Germans, all the Germanic peoples. You're still barbarians to me. And you guys want to exterminate because you got no comedy. Comedy's necessary for a healthy society. Anyway, the three people. You got generally honest people, dishonest people, and deluded people. Those are your three types of people. People who care about the truth, people who know the truth but don't care, could care less. Those are the deceptive ones. And then the deluded ones who just don't know the truth about themselves and refuse to see it because they have aspirations. And there's a lot of comedians that fall into that category. And I put the comedians in quote. Those are the guys who are like 20, 30 years in. They're still running open mics. You're going, what are you doing? I mean, what's going on? It's been 30 years. I mean, why are you still producing a show at Broadway Comedy Club? Like, what are you doing? It's 30 years now, 20 years, even 10. Has anyone ever said you were funny? Nobody has said. Has any other comedian came up to me and said, man, I love that joke? It's never happened, so why do you? They're deluded. There's some hole in them that they want to fill. And this is the perfect time for those people. And that's my point. This is a perfect time with the internet and the zeitgeist we currently live under for person 2 and person 3. This is a sociopath's playground we're living in. People get on the internet, they come up with grifts, and calm down, Gary V, okay? It's a joke. It's true, but it's a joke. And they just, they're marketing their thing. You don't know. You're like, what's your talent exactly? What exactly do you do? And you're like, I'm famous. And you're like, from what? And you're like, from, doing a dance for 7 seconds. You're going, oh, that's not, you don't really have like a talent. It's just famous for being famous. It all started really with the Osbournes television show, but at least he was famous. But then it made his family famous for being in his house. That's where it started. And then from there, we got into MTV Cribs where the celebrities are inviting us into their houses. So it's just, I'm famous. It's like, yeah, but I would like to see you in movies. It's like, no, look at me in my house. Obnoxious American fucking obsequious, good, get smarter, it's a good word, kind of thing. And then it just continued on with sex tapes making famous, Paris Hilton being the pioneer she was the real Lewis of Clark of that. I mean, talk about, she was the Newton. She was the Isaac Newton of being a famous whore. And that started that era. And these people are richer than people with talent. She got famous from her father being rich and her banging someone on a tape. And then her friend, Kim Kardashian, was like, I want that. I want that. How do I get that? Should I make a movie? Should I become an actress? Should I learn a trade? And Paris is going, it's not even that complicated. All you have to do, who's your boyfriend right now? Who's your boyfriend right now? Ray J. Go, who's Ray J? It doesn't matter. You're hot. Put the sex tape out. And boom, that was it. Made that whole family famous because she got banged on tape. And that brought in this era of grifters, celebrities who don't have a craft, and people who are just famous through drama and gossip. Then the Real Housewives and all that stuff started coming in. And then the internet came in and everyone could be famous for anything. A wild opinion, a dance, whatever it is, they could get famous. The democratization, which is mostly good, but has that dark side where I think it facilitates group 2 and 3. The deluded and the, let's just say, careless with the truth. Because everyone's becoming Edward Bernays marketer. You know, we're doing this boxing match. Are you? You're fighting another 50-year-old retired MMA guy. Let me go pay you, it's probably in the contract going like, hey, you take a dive in round 4. And he's going, let me get this paid. It's all become circus. WWE circus, right? Everyone's cheating. Appearances are reality. Reality is negotiable. Nobody knows what the truth is anymore. People are cheating and fishing in chess because they want the success. There used to be a type of athlete or competitor who wouldn't consider cheating winning. But in this society where people cheat to become famous, they just go, hey, why don't I just do that? The steroid era in baseball was a part of that zeitgeist as well. We've lost that group 1. People can't even identify that group 1 anymore. You can't even identify it. You make fun of Gary Vee. You look at all the comments, people defending Gary Vee as if he was Jesus himself. And I'm making a joke about him. People going, hey, man, he's got a bigger bank account than you. I'm going, yeah. Mookie Wilson played for the Mets, and he had a bigger bank account than Isaac fucking Einstein. And I just combined 2 intellectuals. Come on, man. Isaac Einstein. I put Newton and Einstein together because I'm fucking stupid. I'm a stupid male with a penis.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Does that make Mookie Wilson greater than Albert Einstein? Are we measuring who's great based on what their bank account is? And that just shows you comments like that, which abounded. I looked at them, a few of them, and I was like, this is so interesting. People have this connection to this guy who's completely bullshitting them. I'm here to tell you, 1 out of 1,000,000 of you will be able to flip your old baseball cards and make money out of it. And the effort that you'll have to put into that will take away from you getting some sort of real job and taking care of your kids. There's other things. And look, I'm making fun. Gary Vee's obviously says a lot of other stuff that's good. All right? He's just a guy. I'm making fun, okay? I'm just making fun. If there's a little truth in it, that's what makes it funny. Okay, so if you found yourself laughing at it, that means there was a kernel of truth in it. But again, comedy is not accuracy. It's trying to make you laugh. I don't hate Gary Vee. I'd have him on my podcast anytime to boost the numbers. Grift away in that seat anytime you want. But I'm a comedian, and I got to do a job. As Tim Dillon would say. I quoted him twice now. And then the comments are going to be, why you sucking Tim Dillon's dick? Fine, make fun of me. I did for a second. That's fine. That's my point. But it's a great quote. We got to do our job. But it has really facilitated those 2 groups. And they're flourishing. They're really flourishing. The liars and the deluded are really flourishing. And it's set up. This is the American casino. Hey, the internet made the dream available for everybody. You could be a star. Just figure something out. I think that even facilitates racists and extremists. They go like, it's a way to get noticed, man. Mm-hmm. I bet you if you sit down with some of them and have a regular conversation, you're going, hey, man, that's not you. That's not really you, right? Why are you saying that stuff? Andrew Tate, perfect example, who's, again, people got very upset that I was making fun of a guy who pronounces it Bugae. They got mad at me like I was... Like I'm criticizing who's the most beautiful person who's ever lived on the planet. It's like I'm criticizing the most beautiful thing. I'm criticizing Andrew Tate, who says that women are property. All right? People are telling me he's got a high IQ. One guy yelled at me and goes, he's a professional kickboxer with a high IQ. I'm like, yeah, I guess he was a good kickboxer for a guy who fought in some local kickboxing. He didn't even fight in the main kickboxing fucking K1. He fought in some local, there's like ropes and a British guy from like Liverpool is fighting. He's like fighting in some local
Fish and chip shop.
Yeah, some fish and chip shop and shit. Yeah, he was a kickboxer. He can fuck me up, yeah. So with his genius IQ, let me get this. He became a kickboxing champion in some leagues nobody knows or gives a shit about. And then he started a cam girl business. You know, he's got a genius IQ like Isaac Einstein. That one was on purpose. He's got a genius IQ because he's got a colorful personality. And when he was in trouble and he got taken off, he was quoted as saying, I'm playing a character. But then he goes on Piers Morgan and he tries to defend the positions earnestly. So I can't make fun of that. Your self-esteem is so gone. Your delusion and your hope to be famous or rich or successful is so high that you believe Andrew Tate over the guy who's making fun of him. We're humorless and lost. Because I'm not selling you anything, and you're so conditioned to be sold some bullshit, you think that I'm the one who's trying to hurt you. You're lost, internet fuckface. You're lost. Andrew Tate could give a shit about you. He's not putting up his Hustler University to make you more of a masculine man. He's doing it to take your fucking money for bullshit. He doesn't hand you an iPhone. He doesn't teach you how to fix a car. He's not teaching you anything. You're being manipulated. And it's entertaining, and I support it. That's the point. I also support it. And he's hilarious. Okay? But it is what it is. His videos are very entertaining. But the point is, people get angry like I'm talking about a god. It's almost like Muslims talking about Muhammad, they get upset. When I'm talking about Andrew Tate, bad luck, Yanni. No, it's not a bad look. You getting upset about me talking about some dude who lives halfway around the world in some castle in Romania with poor girls with fake tits going like this for guys to go and taking half their money for it. And defending him like I'm talking about your mother, that's a bad look. Am I wrong, Jared Harvin?
No, you're not wrong. Andrew Tate is the guy that Liam Neeson saved his daughter from in Taken.
He is sort of like a villain in that way.